almost there. Coming soon to a screen near you. My lovely face. Here it is. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Happy Wednesday, hump day. I was going to hold that out longer just to show you my lung capacity, but that's really none of your damn business. So there you go. Hi, welcome to the show. I was going to talk about Don Lemon today, but I'm not, because there's so many reactions to Tucker leaving Fox News, and now there's a lot of speculation about why. And so we're going to look at some of it. It's kind of wild. There's the track with your video. Oh, never mind. So we're going to do that. We're going to look at a bunch of reactions and talk about it. Got a couple of news items other than that we'll get to. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. And I hope you enjoy it. We're going to watch a lot of video today. I know someone said a while back that we should do more videos. So we'll kind of focus on video today then. And so anyway, that's what the show's going to be about. Are you ready? I'm ready. Johnny, you ready? Well, play the damn intro then. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Knight.
Good boy. That would be this guy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Knight on the internet. Welcome back to the P-Dog Knight channel, where we worry about some power-ups, man. Things are happening. Things are happening quick. Well, I don't know how quick they're happening, but boy, oh boy, it was the talk of the town. It was the talk of the capital. It was the talk of New York. It was the talk everywhere about this whole Tucker Carlson situation. I mean, it's just wild. People are really there's a lot of crazy talk. And there's a lot of people celebrating. Oh boy. We saw some of that yesterday. We saw the little View clip. And I just thought, well, today we're gonna kind of pay attention to some of that, because there's all kinds of uckery spelled with an F about what's going on. So we're just gonna look at some reactions and just play around with it a little bit. I'm gonna try something new today. We're gonna have a kind of more of a reaction. But before we do that, of course, we must say good morning. But even before I do that, I must acknowledge some early sponsors of the show today. Lots of people already tweeting out the show, which is great. I appreciate that. What the hell is that? Oh, I don't need that. What the hell? And also, we've already got some dollars in the bank. So this morning, first we have a super chat from C. Thomas. Welcome back, C. Thomas. I saw you in my comment section yesterday for one of those short clips I did, and I was really happy to see you back. C. Thomas dropping a deuce in the tip jar, which I will gladly clean up later. And he says, let me see if I can figure out what this means. P, kind of like, Princess and the P, like P-E-A, P, Princess and the P. And then Ness, kind of like Loch Ness Monster. Monster or Monster? I had a little Joe Biden there. You know what happens, Come on, man. Anyway, so P. Ness. Well, thank you, C. Thomas, for that P. Ness. And I appreciate that, dropping a deuce in the tip jar. Also, Gunfox61 with a couple Hamiltons with some stories attached to them. So we'll definitely take a look at those. In fact, we'll probably do those first. Thank you for dropping the Hamiltons. And Gunfox61, you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, sir. I've greatly, why didn't that work? What happened there? There we go. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And we will get to those stories very quickly. And also, and C. Thomas again dropping another deuce. another deuce in the tip jar, another deuce in the chip jar, who says, well, no one is talking about the lemon, not even CNN. Isn't that weird? I mean, really, nobody's talking about Don Lemon except for who's that crazy lady who used to be on ESPN? One of the sports ladies they're bitching because Don Lemon said something, or the Vivek, whatever that guy's name is, said something, and they're misinterpreting what he said, and so did Don Lemon, and that's part of the problem. Don Lemon responded to half of a sentence that the guy was making, but again, nobody's talking about it. Everyone's talking about Tucker. None of these, no reactions whatsoever on Don Lemon. Very few, at least. So anyway, thank you for dropping another deuce in the tip jar. And then, again, C. Thomas with another deuce in the tip jar, who says, shame on you not using Tuckery instead of the F. Yes, you are. You know what? Point well taken, sir. Point well taken. Here, let me figure out. Here, you get one of these. Yeah. Thank you very much. All right, so let's say hi to the people in the chat, and then we're gonna move into what we're doing today. So first in chat over on Rumble, is our friend Avocados Diablo gets the bell. Also, good morning to. Oh wait a minute. Oh wait. Huh. I'm getting better at that. Avocados Diablo. Avocados Diablo. They say if you do something like 3 times, you kind of can make it a habit. Is that right? Or do it 3 times a day for a week. I don't know. Anyway, I'll try to fix that. Also, good morning, Jimmy Das. Hotep's in the house from Hotep Nation. Sully number 209 is over there. Next Gen Troll, Mike Savage, Blarg, and Chicago Mike. Thank you for all the people on Rumble dropping in. Also on YouTube, on the YouTube side of the ledger, Avocados Diablo gets the bell. Thank you very much for being here. Dr. Funkenstein's Ghost, a.k.a. Tyre Alexander, Jimmy Das Hotep, H.P. Lovecraft, Gunfox61, the administrator of the P-Dog Night Discord server. Watch the for the links in the chat that'll pop up if you're on YouTube. Also, good morning, Mike Savage, Blarg. Fake news experts in the house, Don Julio, Gulf City Biker and Trash Man, HP, I said HP Lovecraft, Trippy Liberty, what's up, my friend? Chicago Mike is here. Also, good morning to C. Thomas, who's already dropped a couple deuces in the tip jar. My favorite Canadian, Jaeger Pony's in the house. Also, am I missing anybody? Lord Stanhope's here. Tyler F is here. Those Ain't Real Dude is here. Good morning to all of you. And Maddie's in the house. Also, Rotten Corpse, what's happening? And my GDSOB, good to see ya. Happy Wednesday. And I think I might be there. I think I'm down to the bottom of the scroll. So, please, as always, hit the like button sometime during the show. That helps the show. Also, by the way, also I've been dropping a bunch of those short videos. You know, they call them YouTube Shorts, which I'll call them video shorts. I'm making a bunch of them. So please check out the main page of my channel and hit the shorts feed on my channel and putting out new stuff. Also, I think I just figured out too. So as I was doing these, let me check this real quick. Because I think if, is there a way to do this? Let's go. I'm going to open my channel here. And every time my channel opens, I get that stupid first, I shouldn't say it's stupid, but oh, it's not doing it because I'm live. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to go into, where am I looking for here? Oh, YouTube Studio. So, I figured out that if I premiere the short first, then everybody still gets gets it in their notifications. But if I don't premiere the short, but then you get, you're doing a 15-second video and you have like 2 minutes of build up to it. Bo Scott, I see you there. Good morning. Nice to see you. And so I guess I should ask you, because I guess I get more play on them if so you guys can see them. Otherwise, if you just upload them as a short, it's very happenstance whether or not it shows up in your feed. So I'm assuming that when I make those videos, you want to know when I put them out. So I'm going to give you a little poll here in the chat on the YouTube side of things. Do you want me to premiere? Do you want me to premiere my YouTube shorts? Now, I didn't use proper case, but I don't care. And we'll just take a poll. And if you do want me to do that, if it doesn't bother you that I do it, I'd appreciate it. But the nice thing about it also ends up in your notifications, whether you watch the premiere or not. So if you'd like me to do that, so you know when I put them out, I will do that. And they still go into the short side of things. But if it annoys you for me to put up a premiere for a 30-second video, then just put no. But I don't know if it's let me just be honest. I may or may not take the advice, but it helps to have the advice. You know what I mean? So there's the poll for a while in the chat. So also thank you, Jimmy Das Hotep, dropping a small bullet in the tip jar, who says, in the lyrics of Patriot J, quote, fuck Don Lemon. Yes, thank you very much, Jimmy. Appreciate it for dropping a small bullet in the tip jar. Sheagrath, what is up? Nice to see ya. Welcome back. And also Shrapnel's in the house. Good to see all you guys dropping in. People are showing up slowly but surely. The other thing too, I noticed, so there's this kind of weird thing with these YouTube shorts and whether or not people, they get seen. Mo Betta, premiere them. Okay, I'll vote over on Rumble. If you're on Rumble, yeah, you just got to put a 1 in the chat for yes, 2 in the chat for no. It's interesting how these work in that they give you the analytics for it, and it's like whether or not they get seen is almost wholly dependent on whether or not they put them in the shorts feed, and they don't put them in the shorts feed automatically, and they don't put them in there for very long when they do. And I don't know if that has to do with the size of the channel or what. But like there's some of them, like I said the other day, some of them have like 15 views for these shorts, which, is not terrible, I guess, if, as small as my channel is. But you'd think that more people would see them if they put them in the feed and they can choose where they watch it. Because I have about a 70% click rate on them just by the titles I use, I guess. And, but it's fascinating. But, I'm averaging probably about 1,800 views on per short or whatever, which is pretty good for me. I mean, for anything I do to have 1,800 views is really fantastic. I have one that has like 23,000 views, which is, that's the biggest thing I've ever put on YouTube. I got to be honest. It's just blows away. Even the very first videos that I put on YouTube, which have been there for 4 years, haven't even got up to that. Even, they haven't broken 5,000 yet, I don't think, or maybe one's broken 5,000, but whatever. But so it's pretty cool to have some of these little short form videos out there, and I hope you like them if I do them. I miss John Ward too. Gosh, whatever happened to John Ward? He was one of my favorite creators out there. He was funny as hell. So anyway, let's get into some of the news today. I've been rattling along long enough. Okay, there, that works now. Couple things trending right now on I do what things trending on Twitter or whatever. Carol Burnett is trending, and anytime you see a celebrity of age trending on Twitter, everyone's like that. Oh no, did she die? No. It's just Carol Burnett's birthday. A lot of people celebrate. Oh, what did I do there? A lot of people celebrating Carol Burnett's birthday today. Good for her. She is 90 years old today. Now, anyone who, and she's looking every bit of 90, but she's 90 years old, so she should be looking every bit of 90. Her show was really funny back in the 70s. That was like one of those things my family always watched. We always watched Carol Burnett. We watched the variety shows like Carol Burnett, Flip Wilson. And then we always watched the CBS shows, the All in the Family, and what else was there? There was a lot of shows that were really good in the 70s. Mary Tyler Moore Show, shit like that. Watched what was the joke? Sanford and Son. Anyway, but Carol Burnett Show is just one of those funny variety shows that had all these little comedy sketches, kind of the precursor to Saturday Night Live in a way. And she and Harvey Korman and what's the one dude who was the funniest dude on there was the hell's that guy's name? Tell me, name some names on the Carol Burnett Show. But the skits on the show are just hilarious, and she's a long time, just revered comedian. So, happy birthday to Carol Burnett. Tim Conway, yes, it was Tim Conway. Oh my God, that dude was just the funniest dude, and he would make them crack up. In they'd break character in skits because of him. Sometimes I have that happen on Saturday Night Live. The Carol Burnett Show was absolutely the precursor to Saturday Night Live, but way funnier. It was just way funnier always. They came up with some of the craziest stuff. They were hilarious. So anyway, also trending, Mick Jagger's trending. Now this is another one. You're like, oh my God, this guy's pretty old. And and I thought, was he trending because of his birthday? No, you're not going to believe why John got deplatformed like a mofo. Yeah, he might have got deplatformed, but his website is gone. It's there, but he doesn't put anything on his website either. You'd think that he would have survived on his website. I'm curious if he's ever going to show up on Rumble or something, but he was a funny dude. Anyway, Mick Jagger is trending also. Now, this is kind of a weird reason that Mick Jagger's trending, and that's because Democrats, some, here it is. Listen to this. I'll just let you listen to this because this is kind of funny. Someone made a comparison of Mick Jagger and Joe Biden. Listen to this. I think this is it.
On the age front, being 80 years old today is very different than in days past, and
They're talking about Joe Biden's age running for president. This audio is really terrible, but still, the they're talking about age, Joe Biden's age. Listen to the comparison they make.
Jagger over here on my wall.
Oops, wait, here we go.
80 years old today is very different than in days past, and I have Mick Jagger over here on my wall, and he's been touring. He's 9 months younger than Biden. He's still touring up through last year, so I think the age thing is overblown. On the age front,
stop.
Being 80 years old today is very
Stop
different
and
than in
shut
days
the hell
past,
up. So, for some reason, the Democrats have decided that they're going to compare Joe Biden and Mick Jagger because Mick Jagger is only 8 months younger than Joe Biden. And my God, the hilarity the hilarity cometh forth. So this person here says, well, yeah, if Mick Jagger wanders off stage or forgets a lyric, but nobody's going to die, right? And they lie with a straight face. It's what Marxists do best. The guy can't be trusted with live interviews, had to video announce the run again, wanders off stage, turns to shake hands with no one, flubs a teleprompter with his own language gibberish. Mick Jagger, he is not. So true. 80s old no matter the era. No, 80s always old. And look, there's certainly fully functioning 80-year-olds out there, but it is old for anybody. And it doesn't matter what year you're in. Look, I would say 70 has changed quite a bit. 70 when I was when I was a little kid. Of course, I was a little kid, so everyone was old to me. But people live longer. A lot more people live longer. There's a lot more people who live longer who were born because of baby boomers. So yeah, it seems like, oh yeah, longevity is great and this and that. But yeah, the idea that Joe Biden is anything comparable to Mick Jagger, But it is funny. If here it is. Here's another one. If Mick Jagger can tour at 79, Joe Biden can be president at 79. Well, if Mick Jagger and Keith Richards can tour at 79 after all the drugs they've done and still remember all the riffs, chords, arrangements. Oh, this is another one. Then Joe Biden, who has never done drugs, can be president. Hell, I'm much younger. Can't remember how to play, sing a song I wrote yesterday. This is the dumbest idea. You don't really want to compare Joe Biden and Mick Jagger. I'm sorry, that's silly. How you doing, JB? So anyway, that's why Mick Jagger's trending. That's weird. Also trending, Ezra Miller. Excuse me. Just needed to have a little sip of the reparations before I go to this one. Ezra Miller's trending. Now, you know, Ezra Miller is the guy who plays the Flash, right? And he has some minor problems with, well, something he did or was doing. He was kind of, what was it exactly what he was doing? I think he was going after underage boys or something. I don't know. He got caught doing some nefarious shit, right? But he is of the rainbow flag community. And so whether or not, if he has the rainbow flag community, he has a shield that he can use on just about everything. So the Flash movie has come out, and apparently there's a lot of people who love the Flash movie. I don't know if it's because of Ezra Miller. Oh, he ran a cult. Yeah, he did that too. If they like the Flash movie because it's Ezra Miller and they're, protecting him with the shield of the rainbow, or if it's a really good movie. Now, it could be a very good movie. I know a lot of people are excited because Michael Keaton shows up as Batman again. So people are saying The Flash is hands down one of the best superhero films of all time. No joke. The Flash is the ultimate movie-going experience, and it has a little bit of everything: action, emotion, heart, humor, and plenty of nostalgia. Ezra Miller is phenomenal as Dual Barry Allens. Oh, and then he continued. Oh, there's more. Is there more in this one? Oh, good Lord. He goes on and on. Oh, Michael Keaton and Sasha Calle are also good, very good also. This is a film that audience will be watching over and over again. Oh, and avoid all the spoilers you can for this movie because there's some really incredible surprises that will truly blow you away. I cannot wait to see it again. Now, I don't know who Scott Menzel is. Is he a critic? Who is this guy? Founder of We Live Entertainment, HCA critic. Okay, so he's a critic. So the critics love it, of course, because of the identity of the person playing the Flash. And good for him. But then the very next tweet. So we're just going to ignore the fact that Ezra Miller is an abuser because some of you want to see a 70-year-old man in a Batman suit. Oh, snap. That's a little rough. But another one, The Flash is awesome. One of the very best DC movies. Well, that's not hard because the DC movies all seem a little bit lacking for the most part. I think there might have been one good Superman movie, but I just think they're all fairly lacking. Some of the earlier Batman movies, when who played Batman in that one? What's the guy who killed himself or whatever, the guy who was mentally ill played the Joker. That one was pretty good. Batman Returns. Batman Return was way back that was when Prince wrote Bat Dance. Anyway, there's been a couple decent DC movies, but I think the Marvel movies blow them away. The DC movies are also dark, I don't know why they think that they all need to be super dark. It's really weird. Yeah, Keith Ledger played Joker. I was trying to remember who played Batman. Was that the guy with the weird mouth? Talk like this. Anyway. Here's another one. Flash is fantastic. I know Ezra Miller has made a lot of mistakes. Yeah, Christian Bale. Made a lot of mistakes, but they are so good in this movie. Wow. Loved Keaton. Actually, so this person says, translation, Ezra Miller abused multiple people, but don't worry about it because, folks, They are so good in The Flash. Yeah. So anyway, there's some mixed reactions to the fact that this movie went on. There was one where's the one about the guy in this guy right here, Jonathan Majors, seeing his career cooked from Marvel, while Ezra Miller, who committed way more crimes than him and still gets to play the Flash and still be in Warner Brothers. So there you go. Some mixed reactions to the Flash. Some not based on the movie, but I'm not against seeing it. It might be very, very, very good. What is this? I guess there's some surprises in the movie. So anyway, all right, and finally, Ted Cruz is trending now. This seems to be, look, the DOJ is very politicized, and so you never know. And the only people I see tweeting about this are the haters, right? So apparently, they're saying that Ted Cruz plotted to steal the election, and so apparently, this Jack Smith, the special counsel, is going to call on Ted Cruz to testify or some shit. And this guy says Ted Cruz laid out a sinister scheme in the lead up to January 6th to overturn a 224-year tradition of transferring power from one president to the next. Ted Cruz is unworthy of the United States Senate. So today it's Ted Cruz. Yesterday it was Neil Gorsuch. A week ago it was Clarence Thomas. They're indicting Donald Trump. Anybody sensing a pattern here? Anybody sensing a pattern? It's fascinating. It is fascinating. And look, I think, okay, here's what he says. I think that the country deserves to have a credible assessment of these claims and what the evidence shows, and the mechanisms to try to force that is denying certification on the 6th. So let's see here. He's saying that because there are concerns about election integrity, which I'm not, YouTube, shut the fuck up. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just trying to lay out the facts here. That to check legal means to see if they would figure out and fix whatever possibility could be wrong. Wow. I'm stunned that they would try to find legal means to do that if there were problems. And, so anyway, another smoking gun, apparently, because they want to accuse you of everything. All right. So that's all. Is that? Oh, I have one more preview thing. Well, I got two more. I forgot about it. I got to do Gun Fox's articles first too. So I'll do those. And, all right, and then here in the news, apparently, that shooter in Nashville, the one of the special flag variety, I should say of the TQ plus side of things, because I don't even like to keep them in one spot. There's the LGB and there's the TQ plus. So this was the TQ plus shooter in Nashville. You know how whenever there's a mass pew-pew event, right? And if there happens to be some writings or websites or whatever, it's funny how they all get disseminated all over the internet, and especially if it's a person of a lesser melanated hue, right? Now this person, and especially if there's a manifesto, oh my, they really want you to see the manifesto. And usually, a lot of times it turns out to be a nothing burger. Good morning, Linda Hunter. A lot of times it turns out to be a nothing burger, right? But they usually let you see it, right? Well, the Nashville Pew Pew event perpetrator had a manifesto. And there's many, many, many news outlets who'd like to see that manifesto, but unfortunately the Nashville Police Department denies public records request for Nashville Pew Pew person's manifesto. Shocker. The Nashville Metropolitan Police Department denied a Tennessee Star public record, the Tennessee Star, a newspaper. The Tennessee Star's public records request for the release of the manifesto left by the Pew Pew person who ended 6 people in a Nashville Christian school. The existence of the manifesto has been common knowledge since shortly after the 28-year-old transgender shot and ended 6 people in the Christian school. On April 18th, Breitbart News pointed to an NBC News report about specific documents the shooter left behind, including a suicide note and 19 journals, among others. On Tuesday, the NMPD, Nashville Metropolitan Police Department, denied the Tennessee Star's public records request for the manifesto, claiming it is still part of an open case. Well, wait a minute. An open case. That's an interesting claim. Because the Pew Pew person of Ender types, right, was also ended that day, weren't they? I'm pretty sure that person's dead. So what's the open case? Now, unless, and this might be interesting, unless that person had some sort of accomplice or accomplices that maybe were going to do similar items. I don't know. They will never close the case as to prevent it ever being released. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like. That's what I feel like. Anyway, so the Star reported they sent their records request on Monday. The request made clear the outlet wished to inspect and copy, duplicate all records and documents, including written manifestos, journal, written notes, memoirs, and school yearbooks obtained by the Metro Nashville Police Department from search warrants executed on Monday, March 27th, 2023, and throughout the week of March 27th, 2023, at the residence of Audrey Hale. It's interesting they're still using Audrey as this person's name, only because a lot of people get really bent out of shape when you use someone's original name if they happen to be trans, and this person apparently was going by Aiden, at least for a short period of time, in Nashville, and the car driven by Audrey Hale again, and left at the Covenant Presbyterian School parking lot on March 27, 2023, related to the investigation of the murder of 6 people at Covenant Presbyterian School by Audrey Hale on Monday, March 27, 2023. So, and also the New York Post said the FBI was stalling on this. I mean, this is very interesting because normally these just get out there because, especially now imagine if this person wasn't trans, and if this person were a white male. Generally, because, I don't know, maybe possibly a black male. I don't know. But usually if it's a white male and was, and had a manifesto that said something to the effect that he had some sort of hate for some special group. Do you think the manifesto would have already been printed in the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Minneapolis Star Tribune, the Chicago Tribune, the Los Angeles Times, the Seattle Observer, whatever they have up in Seattle? It would be everywhere. They would be posting it on the internet. You'd be able to go through it line by line, do a word search. They would have the whole thing out there, but no, not in this case. Now, here's this is interesting because now also Merrick Garland has said that it's not going to be a hate crime investigation. Here's Merrick Garland explaining why that might be.
Do you plan on opening a hate crime investigation for the targeting of Christians?
The FBI and ATF are both on the scene working with the local police.
This is not an answer.
As of now, motive hasn't been identified, and the police chief said at his last press conference that they don't yet have reached a conclusion with respect to motive.
Has not been
we
identified?
are certainly working full-time with them to try and determine what the motive is, and of course motive is what determines whether it's a hate crime or not.
Interesting. All right, so my guess... that's not going to happen. And look, personally, it should not be a hate crime. Okay. It should not be a hate crime. Why? Because it doesn't make any difference. There's hate crime. I can't charge you for something in what you believe in your head. There's no such thing as a fucking hate crime. Okay. It's a crime. It doesn't change the fact that this person ended six lives. So it's moot. And I'm pretty sure that Senator Kennedy, that would be his name's John Kennedy. Senator John Kennedy, that's his name. I'm sure Senator Kennedy doesn't even want this to be a hate crime, or labeled as a hate crime. Yes, murder is pretty hateful. I would say that he's not interested in that for real. In fact, the idea that you would call it a hate crime is stupid because it's already about as bad as a crime as you can have against another human. So anyway, thank you, C. Thomas, dropping another deuce in the tip jar. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's see. Dropping a deuce in the tip jar. He says, almost like agencies are defending the cartoons. Yeah, they... That wouldn't be my choice of verbiage, but yes, they're definitely seems like they're protecting this dead person. I don't get it. Anyway, John Jay College of Criminal Justice Joseph Giacalone commented on the delay of the release of the manifesto, saying, I think what the FBI is really concerned with here, and I think law enforcement, is that if there is something in there that is truly damaging for the transgender community, I think they are hesitant to do it because they are afraid of a violent backlash against that protected class of people. Well, gee, that's never a concern for anybody else. That's weird. That's just strange. It's interesting they don't have that concern for anybody. So anyway, and then finally in the news also, I won't go through this, but in the trial of the Proud Boy trial in D.C., apparently that's about to go to a jury. The Marathon January 6th trial, besieged by scandal, controversy, and acrimony, is now in the hands of a Washington, D.C. jury. After nearly 4 months of back and forth, the government and defense attorneys made their final pitch during closing arguments this week in a multi-count case against 5 members of the Proud Boys. The drama surrounding the trial, both inside and outside the courtroom, is worthy of a Netflix series. Shocking revelations of numerous FBI informants, deleted government evidence, outbursts from the bench, colorful defense attorneys, last-minute accusations of an assault on police, which is false, a mysterious, quote, attack plan, and, quote, source to a former intelligence operative, and concerns over a jury stalker, to name a few. So I'll leave the article in the links today, but I'm not going to go through it because I got a lot of other stuff to go through. But it will be there. As every show, I do put everything we do on a Sing Wedge page, and the link to that web page will be in the description below, and I'll put it in the chat at the end of the show because that's when I update the link just in case there's new stuff. So, all right, let's get to these articles from Mr. Gunfox. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is something that's it was already in my clips, but let's just do this anyway because this really just pissed me off. Let's just talk about a little speech Joe Biden was giving the other day, because this is something else. This is wait, what the hell's going on here? Why isn't that fitting? Let me try. Well, we'll just move it over. Shoot, I gotta get it to fit on the page a little better here. Give me a moment, please. All right. Here we go. Parents, do you agree? Biden makes... Well, let's listen to Mr. Biden, the President of the United States. Very, very stunning statement here. Jen T. Maxey, what up, Jen? How you doing? How you doing, girl? All right. Here's Joseph Rahim Biden discussing your and my children. Here's what the President of the United States told the American public in a speech today.
Rebecca put a teacher's creed into words when she said, "There's no such thing as someone else's child." No such thing as someone else's child.
What?
Our nation's children are all our children.
What?
As I often say, you teachers hold the kite strings to lift our national ambitions aloft. You really do. Imagine, just imagine.
Oh, no. Wait. Joe, stop. What the hell happened there? Oh, the change. So, President Biden drew scorn from several social media accounts after repeating the line, "There's no such thing as someone else's child." During a White House event on Monday, Biden spoke at the National and State Teacher of the Year celebration and honored award recipient Oklahoma high school teacher Rebecca Peterson, probably trans, I'm guessing. Hotep! What up, Cannon? How you doing? Cannon Hotep's in the house. And Jack Gunsky's here too. What's up over on Rumble? Welcome, sir. So during his praise for the teacher, he quoted Peterson and appeared to agree with her statement, quote, "There is no such thing as someone else's child."
You know the thing.
No such thing as someone else's child. He added, "As I often say, you teachers hold kite strings and lift our dash." Okay, let me just stop right here. Let me just stop. So, and so getting the idea that, oh, these children are everyone's children and we should have some control, the state can control your child. No, there is absolutely such thing as someone else's child. We don't own our, someone made the point, I can't remember who it was, we don't own your children, but you have the responsibility for your children. They are your children. And the idea that someone can say, well, no, we have a better plan that your child should follow than you do, or we have more responsibility, or we have more, it's our decisions about your child are way more important than your decisions about your child. That's straight up fucked up. I'm sorry. And I swore. Yes, I did. I did swear right there. Good morning, Rockhopper. And Simon Wolf said, to be fair, Democrats have been saying parents do not have rights over their children for decades. He's just saying it again. Children belong to the village, not the parents. Yeah, it's kind of what they're saying, that, and especially in relation to schools. Okay, so, the reason parents are starting to fight back at some of these school board meetings is because there's things happening in their schools that they don't want happening. That, you know what? If you want to teach that crap to your children, feel free. But how about we have all the common ground stuff happen in the schools and basically teach kids how to think, because you all are trying to teach them what to think and stick to the basics. But no, they want to teach kids what to think. So anyway, and he added, So Twitter users, here's some commentary on it. Twitter users were shocked at the president uttering that comment, showing concern that a political party leader stated that children belong to the nation. That sounds like some Chinese shit to me, right?
China is asshole.
Anyway, please run on that one. Stephen L. Miller from The Spectator wrote, yes, please run on that. Our children are all our children. That's why your daughter goes by Ralph now and XT pronouns. Sorry, not happening. Political podcaster James Lindsay explained, the left believes it owns your kids. Defeat this narrative. Mock it like when this joker said it was time for unity on Democratic parties. Yeah, they want unity as long as we do what they say and we support what they want. Pro-life account lifenews.com responded, so if you have an abortion, you just killed my child? Oh, shit, that's a little rough. Parents, your children are not the property of the state. This is not the Soviet Union. You must stand up for parental rights, said Representative Mary Miller, Republican from Illinois. Conservative account Fusily Spock joked, all of your children belong to us. Yes! Kyle Becker, Biden just said your child is not really your child. Parents, do you agree? Hell no. Anyway, and then Jeff Charles, my buddy, said, when he says all our children, he means the state's children. Spot on, Jeff, as always. What the hell? What's going on with my buttons? Oh, there you go. Hunter's lawyer is arguing the exact opposite in Arkansas. Oh, that's kind of funny. Okay, and then they go on to that Kamala Harris faced similar backlash and so whatever. So thank you, Gun Fox, for that one. Also, Gun Fox has another one for us. Let me check this out real quick. Oh, yeah, this has been going on for quite a while. So SUV owners, beware. Climate activists are coming for your tires. So this started, I think didn't this start over in England where they were doing this? Members of a group calling itself Tyre, spelled Tyre. Wait a minute. That sounds familiar. Good morning, Blue-Eyed Scream. Wait a minute. Tyre? Oh, no, you don't put an E on yours. Okay. I'm watching you, though. I'm watching you. Calling itself Tire Extinguishers recently deflated tires on 43 vehicles in Boston. Oh, I would love to catch one of these motherfuckers. Hello, Mystic Forest. What's up? A new climate protest has found its way to the American shores, deflating SUV tires. Members of an an autonomous movement called Tire Extinguishers said they recently, quote, disarmed, end quote, 43 SUVs in one of the wealthiest areas of Boston by letting the air out of the tires, according to a post about the demonstration on Twitter. Oh, and they bragged about it on Twitter. Aren't they special? A number of these were verified by the Boston Globe, which also reported that none of the tires had been punctured. So they're using those little screw things that, the air nozzle thing that you fill out. There's a little tool you can use to unscrew it, and it lets all the air out of the tire. So they said none of the tires have been punctured. The point of this extremely annoying, if generally harmless generally harmless. That's an interesting way to put it. Who's the inside hook? I don't know what their agenda is. Relatively generally harmless. Well, unless your wife's pregnant and about to have the baby and you go out and all your tires are flat, or if you have a little emergency and need to get somewhere right away, or if your child is getting bullied at the park and you're driving to go pick them up. Just saying. Generally harmless, according to the website of the Tire Extinguishers. Oh, that's what they say, is to get people to ditch their SUVs for transportation that's less harmful to people and the planet, like public transit or smaller cars. Well, hey, I got an idea for tire extinguishers. Go take your little tool, right, and walk down to your favorite Starbucks, get yourself a nice warm cup of coffee, go sit out on the patio if it's a nice clear summer day, and then take your little tire tool. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. Then you're going to pull your pants down and your underwears, and you're going to take your little tire tool, and you're going to shove it right up your own candy ass. I didn't really do a rock version of that, but you know what I mean. Tires ain't free. Well, they're not. They say they're not damaging their tires, so it doesn't really damage your tires. You just have to find some way to get them filled up. Anyway, they're saying, oh, SUVs and 4x4s are a disaster for our health, our public safety, and our climate. The mission statement of the website says, bigger and bigger cars are dominating our towns and cities, and also a privileged few can flaunt their wealth. No, I have a truck so I can pull up my frickin' trailer that I use all the time. That's why I have a truck. And every spring, I get like 2 truckloads of mulch for my gardens. I have a truck because I use the truck. I mean, it doesn't matter. You don't have any say whatever the hell I freaking want to drive anyway. Kiss my big fat ass. Anyway. Oh, Gunfox, why did you do this? So anyway, they go on and on about why. It's interesting. This article is seemingly going on and on about the group and why they do it and whatever. It's like, I'm sure the people of Boston would like to just tell them to take a big hot cup and shut the fuck up. Literally, the paragraphs are, it's like they're promoting this. The group doesn't claim central leadership, stating that anyone can create their own tire extinguishing organization or a tire extinguishing group, but the spelling of tire, T-Y-R-E, instead of tire, T-I-R-E, betrays its UK origins. The campaign has spread to many countries since it began in 2022 around Europe and across the Atlantic into Canada, and with this latest action in Boston, it seems to be ramping up in the US. Well, you know, if it ramps up to my truck and this person is anywhere near me, I might ramp my truck right up their butthole. Along with at least one flat tire, the tire extinguisher members leave a flyer on the windshield of that SUV they target. Quote, "Attention, your gas guzzler kills." Really? No. You know what my gas guzzler does? It puts a tiny bit more carbon dioxide into the air than a conventional vehicle, but that carbon dioxide is really good for the environment because it helps trees and grass and flowers and crops to breathe, because that's what they use to grow. So that's why the earth is starting to turn greener, because there is more carbon dioxide, and the corresponding so-called global warming or climate change or whatever is infinitesimal. And compared to climates earlier in the origin or whatever, the life of this earth, it's nothing. We're still basically coming out of an ice age. So go fuck yourself. Yeah. Anyway. All right, let's pivot to some Tucker reactions before I blow a gasket, because there's a whole bunch of them. We're going to get through quite a few. But before I do that, thank you again, C. Thomas, for sponsoring the show and dropping another deuce in the tip jar. Thank you, sir. Who says environmental activists are why they are despised. Yes, they are definitely despised. They're idiots. Anyway, all right, let's talk about Tucker Carlson, because he was the hottest topic in town over the last couple days, and there's plenty. And let's start. I don't know if we saw the one AOC clip, but here's one after Tucker was. This is after Tucker was hung out to dry, or after he left on his own accord, depending on who you ask. AOC revels in Tucker Carlson's leaving Fox News. Deplatforming works. Oh, and it is important. She's funny because she loves to use the word fascist, but I would have to say she's about as fascist as they come when it comes to tactics. Now, here, listen to AOC here, because she doesn't believe in the Constitution.
Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News.
Yes.
Couldn't have happened to a better guy.
Oh, yeah, she's reveling in this. She's reveling.
What I will say, though, is,
tell me, Sandy.
While I'm very glad that the person that is arguably responsible for some of the largest, driving some of the most amounts of death threats and violent threats, not just to my office, but to plenty of people across the country.
Oh, well, wait. Let's stop there, because they love to use this trope, I would say, because, this person is causing death threats and blah, 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 blah. Do you think perhaps, Steph Colonel, what's up? Do you think perhaps, now I'm just guessing. I'm just going to guess, because most political violence comes from the left. Now, a lot of times the reason you don't know that is because when political violence is so common, you kind of tend to forget about it. And when it's rare, you tend to make a big deal out of it. So and sometimes, the right's political violence is far fewer and far between, whatever. But for some reason, they tend to be a little more flashy, so to speak. January 6th, for example. But I wouldn't say it was more flashy than the entire year of 2020, because not only was it flashy, it basically was on fire, right? But because political violence is so common among the left, it's not necessarily big news. It almost seems like it's just not, or if it's a big news when a like a Dylan Roof, big news because an actual white supremacist actually killed some black people. And they still talk about it. What has it been 10, 12 years since that happened? But they still bring that up all the time because it's such a rare occurrence that you absolutely remember that specific rare occurrence, right? But they don't like to talk about, violence in the hood or gang violence or whatever because it's so common and it's so, well, first of all, they don't like the demographics. But that's not even why. I think it's because it's so common that it's just not news as much, But man, George Floyd being nailed by the cop, that's far more rare. So then you're going to make big news out of that. Well, here's what my point here. I'm guessing that who do you think gets more death threats? Who do you think gets more death threats? AOC or Tucker Carlson? I would bet the threats to Tucker Carlson are exponentially more. Right? I mean, think about it. Think about politicians who have been assaulted or killed or whatever that you can name, like you can think of off the top of your head. I mean, it's pretty rare for a Democrat or left-wing politician to be assaulted. Now, you would think, though, however, you think about when it would happen, it'll be news for days, right? When it happens. But I can think of all sorts of people on the right who've been attacked just for being them. Couple city council people in New Jersey were killed. They were Republicans. They went after, what's his name? They went after the baseball guys. The guy shot all the baseball guys. Rand Paul gets attacked in rallies. People, Trump rallies, people were attacking the people going to the Trump rallies. Happens all the time. There's always violence from the left. The left violence is a tool that seems to be acceptable among the rest of the left. So anyway, I went on a tangent here. Thank you, C. Thomas. Dropping a big 5 spot in the tip jar. Thank you very much, sir. C. Thomas says AOC is everything she claims to be against. However, you can drop a quarter in her ear and hear it clang in her foot. Oh, damn. That's rough. And C. Thomas also said Tucker had a mob show up at his house. AOC was across the street with security. She has no one threatening her. Yeah, that's the truth too. So it's kind of crazy. Not only threats to Tucker more numerous, they're more substantial. Remember, protesters attacked his house. The only way AOC was attacked was by her own delusion. Yeah, thank you, Jack Gunsey. That's the truth too. So anyway, hope she got a sweet rifle with him if they try. Yeah, we'll see. How many people have shown up at AOC's home? 0. Yeah, I know. So anyway, the idea that, she gets so many. This is their new tactic too. Oh, see, you talking and believing what you believe causes death threats, right? When in reality, the people who get the death threats, the people who are on the side of the people who get these death threats, always cause more violence. It's not even close. So anyway, let's finish with what this dummy says and go to the next one.
I also kind of feel like.
Do you look at the smile on her face too? She's just got a little cheesy smile on her face.
Like waiting for the cutscene at the end of a Marvel movie after all the credits have rolled, and then you see like the villain's hand reemerge. Out to grip over like the end of a building or something.
You know what happens.
But deplatforming works, and it is important. And
deplatforming works because she's calling for them to be deplatformed. There's this theory about this. I'll show you what Glenn Beck had to say about it. But so you mean like they get stronger? They get stronger, kind of like that. That's what's happening right now. The eyes are starting to glow. Tucker's about to go off. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure Tucker's about to go off. Someone's gonna throw a lot of money at him, and he's gonna do some independent shit that's gonna drive them way more crazy. So, which is probably an understatement. I'm gonna go straight to videos because I have a couple other articles. I'll show you what else is gonna be in the links though. Oh wait, there's more. Let's do more left reaction first though. So this is in the what is this in? This is in Federalist. We saw the View reaction yesterday. Here's a few more views from the left. Here's a few more reactions from the left. Here's the smarmy prick from New York, Chuck Schumer. Hello, Brent Hayes. What's up?
These lies continue tonight. Rupert Murdoch, who has admitted they were lies,
remember, this
and
is
said
why
he regretted it, has a special obligation to stop Tucker Carlson from going on tonight now that he's seen.
Now remember, this is there's a little bit of a plan here, and I'll get to the one video that kind of gives you what may have really happened, because there's a whole lot of theories out there why Tucker has parted ways. One of them is that he was going to drop another January 6th report, and they didn't want him to do it, and he said, "Well, I'm out then. Bye-bye." They're kind of look. I'm foreshadowing. Let me just finish with smarmy prick from New York.
How he has perverted and slimed the truth, and from letting him go on again and again and again. Not because their views deserve such opprobrium, but because our democracy depends on it.
So their views don't deserve to be heard. That's a Chuck Schumer thing. Maxine Waters don't know for sure if the firing of Tucker Carlson is connected to the lies and accusations of voter fraud perpetrated by Fox News, Trump and his sycophants against you, Dominion voting systems. Thank you for your fight, your lawsuit. Oh, she's thinking Dominion voting systems. What up, Brent Hayes? I see you there. Shut the hell up. Glad to hear that one of the most divisive, racist, and destructive voices on television is off his primetime show. Tucker Carlson will not be missed. You're right. Tucker Carlson won't be missed because he's going to be right back in your face soon. Trust me. I'm confident that Tucker Carlson will not be gone for long. And he'll probably come back. What did I say? I said he's going to come back stronger. Just like that. That's Tucker Carlson glowing up right now. Let's see. They had a couple other ones here I don't think I have in mind. Just let's stick with video though. We did AOC. The View, we saw their nonsense yesterday. I don't care about the Daily Show. The new guy in that Daily Show is pretty boring. Someone named Maren Morris. Apparently she's the drag queen enthusiast who called Jason Aldean's wife an insurrection Barbie after she criticized the mutilation of children. Also celebrated the personality's unemployment. Happy Mother Trucker. Or Happy Monday, Mother Trucker. Yeah, whatever. Or Mother Tucker. Okay, so anyway, here, let's go over to video. I want to show you this one in particular. I want to show you Glenn Beck's take because this is fascinating. The timeline of everything that happened to Fox over the past few weeks. And listen to this, because this makes sense. I just say it. This actually makes sense. Listen to Glenn Beck. Come on, Glenn. Come on. I hate my computer. Come on, Glenn Beck. Circle of death. Come on. Okay. Let's try this. Glenn. All right, let's refresh real quick. Sorry, guys. Oh, what happened to that woman's face? I don't know. I don't know what happened to that woman's face. Let's listen to Glenn.
The past few weeks over at Fox News, the timeline of events is a little telling. First of all, back in February, yes, BlackRock.
Yes, he's in a camo jacket. Looks like it's cut like a suit coat. But anyway, let's go. I'm sorry. I don't want to. You got to hear this whole thing.
Of events is a little telling.
This is fascinating. Listen.
First of all, back in February, BlackRock decided to invest in Fox. On Tuesday, Fox settled a lawsuit for $787 million. On Thursday, Dan Bongino announced he was leaving Fox because they just couldn't come up with any kind of contract for him. On Sunday, AOC went on MSNBC where she blamed Fox News for the incitement of violence. Later that day, 60 Minutes ran a story with Ray Epps where he said Tucker Carlson was, quote, trying to destroy my life. And yesterday it was announced that he was leaving Fox News.
Now,
what does that tell you?
This tells you a lot.
That tells you a very clear message. If a media outlet refuses to follow the government-approved narrative, they will be destroyed. Real questions will not be tolerated. This is exactly why I started Blaze TV. I know what Tucker is going through right now. My guess is they gave him an option. You know, you can do the show our way or your way. And he said, highway, please. I don't know about you, but I am tired of the Biden crime family.
No, I am certainly. That is the most plausible. Everyone who's watched Fox or knows about Fox, because I haven't watched Fox for 20 years, but I catch little clips here and there on YouTube. But everyone knows the direction Fox has been going. We know that Rupert Murdoch's going all in on Ron DeSantis. We know that Paul Ryan is a big week at Fox. We know that there's a lot of the kind of Bush era establishment politicians who are fully entrenched at Fox News. And notice who they don't seem to be getting rid of. Hannity, Laura Ingraham, who will do whatever they're told. They do what they told you, right? And they for as much as they pretend they are outsiders, they are mega insider Republican shills. Tucker Carlson, he can certainly be a fly in the ointment. He's anti-war. He does not believe in this thing going on in Ukraine. He is, the whole Ray Epps thing, the January 6th stuff. He's pushing back on that, which the rest of them are not. He's not doing what they tell him to, but he's also the most popular one there. So, clearly, money is not more important than going along to get along. And the idea that BlackRock suddenly just invested in Fox, well, who's more establishment than BlackRock? Anyway, let's finish up this clip. We'll move to the next.
In Hillary Clinton and everybody else getting away with everything that they have done with zero accountability, zero scrutiny in the media. I'm tired of the political narratives being fed through the media outlets and then spun as some sort of actual journalism.
What up, Kessler?
I'm tired of it. You're tired of it. That's great.
We're all tired of it. Let's call the whole thing off. All right, so that's Glenn Beck's take. That's probably as spot as is gonna be. Let's see, what's this other segment he had? Let me see if this. Oh, that's the no such thing as someone else's child. Anyway, let's go. I got a few more clips, and we'll just go down the line here now. Seb Gorka, if you remember Seb Gorka, he was an advisor to President Trump. He also has a take on Tucker Carlson, leaving Fox News. Here's Seb Gorka.
Fans, buddies, listeners, viewers texting me, DMing me saying, oh no, Tucker's leaving Fox, oh no. Guys, do you not understand what's really happening? Dan Bongino left last week. He told me 3 weeks in advance, I'm leaving, I'm not re-upping. Their new terms, I'm out of here. I did that 3 years ago. I said, no thanks, I'm fine, I'm gonna go to Newsmax, I've got my radio show. Tucker is now a free man. He wasn't fired. He's leaving a sinking ship.
Tucker's free!
Arizona, that is a dead brand, okay? It's dying. Who's left there that's a patriot? You need to look beyond the obvious and see what's really happening. And Tucker, you can come over to us. You know, real conservatives like Newsmax, like Salem. MAGA guys, look behind the conventional wisdom for the truth.
Interesting. Interesting from Seb. Okay, Seb, that's enough. That's enough, Seb. I already heard you. Okay, so that's Seb Gorka. Other reactions from, who's the next one here? I got a bunch of these. Let's see. Oh, wait. Here's something. This is what I wanted to finish with yesterday. So Tucker's last broadcast on Fox News, kind of going common man on people here. This is kind of wild. So this is the last segment that he did on Fox News, and this is fascinating. Come on, here we go.
Tonight, we interviewed a heroic pizza delivery man called Tyler Morrell, and ever conscious of the opportunity to use our job to get free food, we thought we'd like to taste your pizza. Tyler Morrell joins us in studio. He will deliver literally anywhere. Tyler, it is so great to meet you in person.
A couple Coco's pies.
So these are from Coco's, established 1978. Everybody loves Coco's pizza.
That's right.
Where's Coco's based?
Aston, Pennsylvania, and Delaware County.
Delaware County, yep. Best part of the state.
I think we have a special
cheese pies.
We have a special pie for you.
Okay.
Here's Tucker's pie.
So I am, as you can likely tell, a pizza aficionado. I was a pizza delivery boy for 2 years.
Is it warm at all?
Yeah, it's totally warm. These warmers are just like one of the great wonders of science. And this is sausage.
That's sausage.
And pineapple. And really quick, as a pizza professional, do you look down on this?
That's why Tucker got fired.
I consider a criminal.
That's why Tucker got fired. He got fired because sausage and pineapple. Oh my God! No wonder you deserve to be fired. Are you serious?
It's so good. It's
Are you serious? Are you serious?
How's your leg, by the way? Your leg was injured by the fleeing armed, the car thief.
It's got a bone bruise on it.
Oh my God. That's why he's fired. He put pineapple on sausage pizza. Look, I get the pineapple Canadian bacon pizza. I get that. I mean, and every once in a while I'll eat one. But pineapple on a sausage pizza? You deserve it.
Family and friends.
You deserve it. You deserve it. My God.
I'm going to go, once I've stuffed myself on your pineapple and sausage, and you're right, it is a disgusting order, but I
saw the car chase.
I'm going to go meet
So look at the clip in the background now. So this guy was delivering pizza, right? And there was a cop chase in the neighborhood. And so watch the background, what happens here.
There they are!
The guy jumps out of the car and he starts to, shoot! Anyway, the guy starts to run. He starts running down the sidewalk with the pizza delivery guy is going back to his car. And the cops are getting out to chase him. And so he sticks his leg out and trips the guy. So anyway, yes, Canadian bacon is ham. Okay, so in America, we call it that little round piece of ham, Canadian bacon. So anyway, Selected Boys in the house. Nice to see ya.
Yeah, boy.
And Tex AG 007. All right, so that was that one. That wasn't necessarily a reaction to Tucker losing his livelihood or his job, not his livelihood. I'm sure he's got plenty of money stashed away. All right, let's see here. There was, what happened to all these tanks? Oh, Donald Trump reacted to Tucker Carlson. Reacted to Tucker Carlson leaving Fox. Here we go. President Trump.
It's good to see you.
My honor.
So Tucker Carlson was sitting here 2 weeks ago interviewing you. He's gone. What do you make of that?
Well, I'm shocked. I'm surprised. He's a very good person, a very good man, and very talented, as you know, and he had very high ratings. So
Donald loves them high ratings.
Learning about it.
He loves them high ratings.
You and I just said, wow, that was something. That's a big one. I don't know if it was voluntary or was it somebody fired, but I think Tucker's been terrific. He's been, especially over the last year or so, he's been terrific to me.
There's a lot of turmoil over there at Fox. I mean, $787 they just paid. Why would they get rid of a guy who's performing? Why would somebody do that to their business? It's good to see you.
Because it's BlackRock. It's BlackRock. Oh boy. Anyway, so Donald Trump was surprised there. I thought I had a few more of these. Oh, I didn't even. Did I put that in the? There we go. Let's see. Oh gosh, I'll finish up with something else. Now here's another reason though why perhaps. Here's more of the smarmy prick from New York, Chuck Schumer, talking about why he thinks Washington, D.C. can and should dictate to Fox News and Tucker Carlson what they can and can't say. This is an amazing clip here, too. Hang on.
Fox needs to
listen to
reckon
this shit
with the lies that it spread, and it may literally have to pay for the lies that it spread.
Now listen to this. Wait, listen to this question. Listen to this question from supposedly a journalist in TV journalism. Listen to the question itself, let alone Chuck's answer, should be very concerning to anybody. Listen to the question.
To pay for the lies that it spread. But is it the role of government officials to demand that media organizations say things or tell media organizations what to put on their airwaves?
Are you fucking serious, dude? Again, listen to this. I had to listen to this 3 times to make sure I heard him ask this question.
Is it the role of government officials to demand that media organizations say things or tell media organizations what to put on their airwaves?
No! Of course not, you idiot! Your job is to do the things they don't want you to do, like investigate them and keep them in check. Holy, yeah! I went, that guy. I went, yeah!
Well, it's hardly the first time that people have said Channel 4 should have done this, the New York Times should have done that. That's not unusual.
But you dictate what they should say. The Democrats had their own person at the New York Times that was feeding them stories and telling them what to say. And I'm pretty sure, obviously you were doing it in the social media. And if you're doing it social media, I can imagine how many people you have at CNN and ABC and NBC and CBS who you tell, here's what you need to say. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to cancel this person because they said the wrong thing about COVID. You need to do this because someone said something different about January 6th. Excuse me.
But what has happened here is, John, very unusual. This is not simply telling them what to do. This is telling them, showing them that they have hurt our democracy probably a way that
How have they hurt? They have hurt our democracy. Stop saying, Democrats, stop saying democracy. You don't know what it means. You don't care what it means. To you, democracy means, it means we need to be in power. That's what it means to you. I did a little video on that once. I'll see if I can find that.
No other actor, maybe with the exception of Donald Trump, who used them, has done. And so when it's that vital, I think we not only have a right to tell Rupert Murdoch and Fox what to do, but an obligation. And I hope people from one end of the country to the other will call up Fox and say, do what Leader Hakeem Jeffries and I asked for.
Why? I'd say, hey, do what we asked for. Go fuck yourself. God, I'm swearing a lot today, aren't I? This one might get those little yellow little yellow dollar sign today. Look, when Democrats talk about justice, what they really mean is just us. That's what Democrats mean when they say, well, we should come together. Yeah, they mean we should all come together on our side. We should all get unified over here and not meet in the middle. Shut Shut up, you smarmy prick. All right, let me do one more and then I gotta get out of here. Let me see. What else do I have? I have a whole bunch of these. Did I open that? I did. Let me see. I had oh, not that dude. Oh, Bongino. Also, this was Dan Bongino when he heard the news, and he heard it in the middle of his show. This is pretty interesting. I don't know what to think about Bongino. I like him, but I'm just not sure about him. I don't know enough of what I'm saying when I talk about Dan Bongino, but here he is. Former Secret Service agent, or he was, in fact, I think he, wasn't he one of the Secret Service agents that protected Clinton? Why is this?
Goosebumps here.
Okay, here we go.
Very
Here it is. Here's Dan Bongino while he was on a show, and he learned about Tucker Carlson.
I get it. Look, folks, I got to tell you, I got actual goosebumps here.
Oh, wait, we've seen this one. I'm sorry.
Show
we saw this yesterday because I remember the bad audio. Okay, so never mind. You saw this one already. Let's try another one. But this will be in the links anyway. I'm putting all these in separate links for the show here. We had Whoopi already. Let's see. Oh, is that the last one? Let's go with let's finish up with Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock's going to talk about this, and now Jason Whitlock is also with the Blaze, so he's a Glenn Beck, kind of partners with Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck doesn't necessarily run what he does, but he's partnered with the Blaze. So we'll finish with Jason Whitlock, and then we'll get out of here as soon as this stupid computer picks it up. There we go. Hey, doggy, thank you for subscribing to the channel. You may not be here at the show right now, but if you are, put a hello in the chat too. Welcome. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers lately. I'm pretty happy about that, just because of these little, I've had like 60 new subscribers this week. That's fantastic. I'm going to keep making these little shorts. People like those. I didn't know people like those things, but they do. All right, here's Jason Whitlock's take, and then we're going to, and I haven't even heard this whole one, but I'll take a chance. Take a chance.
I was living out in Los Angeles. I was coming on his show. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a long time. And I watched Tucker Carlson get closer and closer to God and get closer and closer to understanding what's at the heart of what's going on in America.
Good.
There's a spiritual war going on.
He's got, kind of
good versus evil. People promoting a satanic agenda that wants to sexualize your kids and wants drag queens at school and want to mutilate kids' bodies. And he's a parent.
Ding.
He's a man around the same age as me. And it's like, you start looking at it, and if you look at it objectively, you have no choice but to reach certain conclusions. Like, this is an attack on God.
Okay, now I didn't.
And what side am I going to be on? And I feel sorry for those of you that are in a position where you can't be on God's side because it's too upsetting to all of your personal relationships. It'll disrupt the brand you've spent your whole life believing in.
And look, here, let me stop for a second. And if you don't believe in God, it's certainly against a certain morality. Okay? So if he says something, if you don't believe in God and he says God, substitute a word. Substitute common sense. Substitute morality. Substitute decency. It's an attack on all the above. And it's an attack on all those things in a quest for power by politicians who don't care. Because the regular rank and file people who maybe propagate this stuff, the left-wing and Democrat politicians exploit it for power. So whatever you need to substitute Fit it in there right now. Nature works too.
Like you. I'm sorry if you're that weak and your convictions are that weak and your faith that weak, that you would rather be on the devil's side than deal with the discomfort of admitting, hey, I was wrong. I've been thinking the wrong thing. I've been supporting the wrong group. Tucker Carlson could sell out and keep taking every dime Fox News had. They would have paid that dude $50, $60, $70 million a year.
It was their big winner.
It appears from the outside like, no, he'd rather tell the truth.
Ding.
He'd rather face the persecution and have AOC and everybody else and Keith Olbermann and all the other idiots, all the other satanic idiots calling him names and calling him a white supremacist. He'd rather stand on that truth.
All right.
Than just take the paycheck and submit. I respect the hell out of it.
All right, so that'll be the last one we do today, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for being here today at the Morning Night Live. We're here Monday to Friday, you know that. Oh, Renee Mayette, how you doing? So, couple things real quick before I actually close out. Let me see. I have a few more of these. I'll put in the links. There's also a whole nother segment on Glenn Beck is telling Tucker we'd love to have you here. I'm going to put all these in there before I do the links today. So there's several little clips that we didn't get to. That the hell, did I do that right? Yes, I did. Okay. And also just a reminder that I am on Locals. Locals is another site where I'm using instead of Patreon. If you want to support this channel, you can follow me there. There's some, you get all my notifications no matter where I am. So if I get the boot on YouTube, I will still post things I do on Locals so that you see them. And it's also a place where you can support the channel on a regular monthly basis. So there's a couple ways you can do that there. And I'm going to, like I said, I've always said I'm going to start doing exclusive Locals content, which probably mid-year, I'm going to start doing that. Probably do at least one live stream, question and answer stream, or even a live like Zoom call type stream where anyone can jump in, kind of like my open mic Fridays, but a little more loose, a little less, a little more fluid, so to speak. And I'm eventually, if I get enough people follow me there, I'll open up separate Locals chats too, where you can be completely uncensored Locals chats. I don't know if that's the best idea, but we'll try it if we get enough people out here. So anyway, keep an eye out for all the video shorts that I've been putting on YouTube. I'm putting out 2 or 3 a day now. And if you haven't seen that, go to my main page on YouTube and click the shorts link, and you can go through all those. I'm also starting to post those on Twitter. So follow me at those different places, Twitter, mine's Gab, Parler, all these places that I'm at. But they're all posted definitely on YouTube and Rumble. And that's it. So if you're watching a replay, let me know what you think about the idea of premiering the YouTube Shorts. Looks like it's about 80% yes, which with most of the people here voting today. So I do appreciate you. Let me know. I probably will do that. I think I get more views on them anyway, because some of them just get hidden completely on the Locals feed, or excuse me, on the Shorts feed. So anyway, all right, guys, I got to go. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Sponsors today, C. Thomas and Jimmy Das Hotep and Gunfox61. Gunfox, you are the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor today. C. Thomas, great to see you back. And everyone in the chat, thank you for participating. Have a great day. My name is P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye. Hey, this is P-Dog Knight, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.